Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. It is Monday morning, October 26, 2020. Futures are down this morning. Seems like spike up in the pandemic and a lower opinion of what's going to happen in a positive way for the stimulus package. All of that could change in a heartbeat if the stimulus package gets passed, if we have better news. Let's face it, we are absolutely trading on the hope that a stimulus package is going to be passed and passed soon. The spike in the pandemic is obviously not good news. A lot of the economic impact of that can be offset, or at least seem to be offset in a positive way if the stimulus package gets passed soon. I keep saying if, and I keep highlighting if because that's a big if. Right now, you don't want to be trading on if. However, what you do want to be trading on is with a stop loss. As we've seen recently, when the news is good, the news is bad, especially if you're day trading. You can get walloped. We actually talk about in the boot camp, you can get taken out to the woodshed in one trade if you don't have your stop loss in there. So be very diligent, especially if you are day trading right now with using your stop losses. And here's a big thing, and I've done it, you've done it, we've all done it. Anybody who says you haven't, you're full of beans. Don't move your stop loss. If you put a stop loss in there, you say, if it gets down there and I accept that dollar amount as a risk, leave it there. Because these sell-offs, when they happen, they're happening hard, they're happening fast. Sure, they might come back a couple of days later, but if you're day trading, don't move it. I just can't express strongly enough. This is a market right now with so much going on at the same time, and we're in the middle of earnings season. Earnings season is just kicking off as well. There's a lot to digest right now. There's so many factors in the market right now. Stick to your stops, preserve capital if you don't understand what's going on. And when it is good, you have to work that order unless the stock is an A+ setup, which we're going to talk about a couple of breakouts today. We're going to talk about a couple of trades that came back from all-time highs that had what we call bullish U-turns on Friday, closed strong and giving us some opportunity to get involved today. So a lot going on. It's just, I can't express this enough. Part of the month is in normal conditions that you can be super aggressive and super confident and trade with conviction and maybe even size up a little bit. We're not in that. That's not the condition we're in right now. So you have to be smart. You have to think long term. You have to think like a pro, even if you have another full-time job. We talk about it all the time in the boot camp. Hashtag trade like a pro, which means you're on top of your game all day, every day. Doesn't matter if you're holding for an hour. It doesn't matter if you're holding for a month. You still have to have the trade idea planned out, and you still have to know what an A+ awesome trade looks like. And we're actually going to start out with Roku today, which has pulled back, paused, and is setting up for a new run towards the highs, despite the fact that the market is negative today. We're also going to take a look at Facebook. Facebook has quietly had a bullish gap last week, held the bullish gap. Intraday during the day, we said that we were looking for this quiet price action to explode. We set up a really good day trade at the end of the day. The stock exploded, closed near the highs. And today we're looking for follow-through. So even if you're not day trading, I want to show you that chart of Facebook and the pattern that we were looking for and the setup that we were looking for and why we believed it was a high probability of following through. So we do have some strong stocks that are going to open lower today. We're still looking to be a buyer, but because they're going to open lower, we're looking for to work those orders until we get some confirmation in price action. If you want some detail on how to learn how to do this every day, it doesn't matter if you're day trading or swing trade. Click down and learn about the bootcamp. I think you'll be very happy to understand that there's a different level than just chart reading, which we call tape reading. And then once you understand tape reading, then you really understand how to be a trader, which is somebody who takes money home on a consistent basis. So if you're not in the bootcamp, click down, learn about it, and I'd love to see you on the other side. So let's head over to the charts. We're going to take a look, and we're going to start out with the market and specifically the SPY. But we're going to highlight the fact that you can see up here the futures are down 32 points, which is not good. The SPY is now 4 melted candles in a row. So Tuesday through Friday last week, melted candles. It did close on the high. If you're new to the channel, melted candle is, you can see it a little bit more clearly here, here, and here. It's where the body of the candle kind of opened and closed in the same spot. So if you can imagine a candle melting, that's why we call it a melted candle. But what does that mean as a trader? That means that it is indecision. And again, just from a common sense perspective, indecision, open and close at the same spot. That's all you need to know about it. It's indecision or energy. That's one of the two things you need. That's it. Keep it simple, which makes your decisions with more conviction, because you don't have to think that much. It's like, that's what it means. That's what it means. That's what it means. And that's where trading comes from. Again, we joke around. Just tell me what to do on Monday. That's what we're talking about right now. So we're going to start out with Roku and get into what is a really nice setup. where we had this bullish gap and now we have held. Now this stock does this, and if you just go back to the most recent price action, price explosion, which was an incredibly profitable day for us, and then paused, and then led to this price explosion, and then paused. Friday, we had two melted candles Thursday and Friday. Going to open neutral today. As of right now, we are looking for an explosion to the upside out of this inside candlestick. Very easy to manage risk. If it trades lower, we just let it go. If it trades higher, we trade it confident. Let's see, is it in, the low is 218.90, 218.50. Okay, so not a perfect inside candle, but pretty darn close. I'm going to trade it as if it's an explosion in volatility. Facebook is the next one. You can see the bullish gap here. We had a bullish gap. This one interested me a lot last week because 2 days holding the bullish gap, and then Friday was trading above the open. And here's the price action of what we called in the afternoon on Friday. So if you're a day trader, you absolutely want to be in our community. This is the kind of stuff on a day where the market is relatively neutral. We called this trade out at 2:30ish in the afternoon, and we said we weren't. Somebody in the room actually asked me, what is the trade idea here? And like the guy was basically saying, I don't understand the setup for a day trade. And what we weren't looking for it to test the high. We were looking for it to make a new high because of the setup, and you can see what happened. So at 280 to 285, a $5 move just in the last 2 hours of the day, if you're in the right stocks and if you understand how to find these setups. So what's going on now? Well, now we are looking for a run at 300. So that's the next setup here. I don't mind this lower opening. I'm still looking to be long. Some other setups that I want to be clear that are day trade only opportunities today. Snap, I hope that you got this on Friday as well. We said we're not looking to start a new swing trade. We're looking to day trade this stock because of how far and how fast it's moved. We took advantage of it Friday, very similar to what we've been doing in JKS for the last 5 or 6 weeks. Solas have turned around a little bit. Snap is still a day trade only. And again, what does that mean? It means that we still love it long. It's still good volume, volatility, bullish price action, but I'm not looking to initiate a new swing trade because I don't believe 3 to 5 days from now it's going to be higher. There's going to be a pause, and we have to day trade the probabilities. CAR meets that same exact criteria. You can see how far and how fast it's moved. I'm only looking to day trade this stock, and best case scenario, the stock pulls back for a couple of days, gives us another great spot to get involved on the long side. Discover Financial. You can clearly see here, it took out some levels now. Minor resistance at 76. So we actually have $8 to the next target, like that one as well. Twilio actually now pulled back and traded into what we call a well bid candlestick, also known as a swing low. And now we're looking at 340 here. EXPE now exploded from 92 to 102, so $10. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking to day trade it long or see the stock pause at around 102 for a couple of days and then look for the next long. UNH came storming back and penetrated the recent highs. I don't like the melted candle. I don't like the fact that it closed off the highs, but I am looking for the stock long over 332 if that's where it is this morning. Match.com, really nice trade through 118, which was the breakout and went well bid, looking to bid this stock today as well. JP Morgan is an interesting one. We keep struggling at 104, 104, 104, couldn't get to 104, failed at 104, and now we're at 104 again. I like it only if it goes well bid. We've been talking about this for months, and you can see all the way back into July and prior to July, it's not in play, it's not in play, it's not in play. However, if you read the tape, when it finally breaks a level it hasn't been able to and goes well bid, which I just explained, then it becomes interesting. Then we can start looking at 116 at the next level. But that means today is not the trade. Today we're waiting to see if it goes well bid, higher highs, higher lows, and a strong close over 104. Only if that happens do we look to get long. Tomorrow, not today, tomorrow, we're looking for that to set up. OMI we called out last week, and you can see this pullback has now started to reassert itself long again. NLS, Nautilus, is actually trading well too. We had a nice explosion and now a 3-day pause looking for follow through again. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at FSLR, which is now looking to break 85 and make another run towards 105, right? 101, 105, 101, 105. We're looking for it to punch through 100. So again, I want to start and end this meeting the same exact way. This is a tougher market. If you are not on top of your game, if you're hesitating at all, if you're a little bit confused, watch a bunch of the Stocks for Breakfast videos so at least you can get some ideas of what exactly it needs to look like. Once you're okay with that, then you could start accepting risk in some of those good ideas that you find, some of the good ideas that we call out. If you are not confident, if you feel overwhelmed right now, I would recommend staying in cash until you feel like you understand what's going on. It's a smart play. Get a little bit more knowledge before you start to put money into the market. You don't have to trade. You have to trade when you understand what you're doing and understand what you're looking at. Then you start to put some shares on and you get experience. So I just can't express this enough. I don't know you. I hope to meet you. I don't know you. However, if you do need some help, click down, learn about how other people are doing in the boot camp. If you want some YouTube help, watch the other Stocks and Breakfast videos. If you feel like you have a good grip on what you're doing, definitely jump in there with what you feel is the best trades for your risk, your resources, your goals, and that kind of thing. And if you get some success, let me know about it. I'd absolutely love to hear about it. If you have some struggles, leave a comment below too, and I'd love to give you some feedback on that as well. So have a great day. Look at some of these breakout trades. Look at some of the pullback trades. I think we're going to have some decent ideas today. Have a great day, everybody.